Hi, you're with India Post Live, India's first online news conversation web TV. I'm Ishan Russell, and India Post Live is, of course, a forum for you to participate in. Come in via social media, use Twitter, hashtag India Post Live to your tweets, or use our Twitter handle at India Post Live. You can also use Facebook to get in touch with us. We have a Facebook page, go like it, post a comment, post a photo, post a video, upload a video if you want, and do comment over there and do get in touch with us, or you can go to indiapostlive.com. Of course, that's the website, and you can watch this video live, or if in case you're watching it later, you can also watch the other videos that are there for you in the video on demand section and comment over there as well. And so it's really up to you to come in, and if you want to be the expert yourself and participate in the discussion, you can even come in via Skype or Google Hangout. Just send us a request. So it's up to you to come and participate. And the show that we're doing today is about cricket. Yes, India's tour to Bangladesh has concluded, and it was a pretty interesting tour. Pretty interesting team was sent. Why did the tour happen in the first place was also questioned by many. And so we'll be discussing a whole host of issues and also the takeaways from this tour. And we'll quickly show you a few stats first as far as the batsmen and bowlers are concerned. But I'll introduce my panel meanwhile. We have with us a trophy-winning sports journalist, Shekhar Luthra. He's just beaten all other sports journalists across India in a cricket tournament, and the North Zone that apparently won that. This thing.
Yeah,
sorry, yeah, they did.
In the soccer season, when we have time, we also play, and with our performances, we have shown that we are also one of the best.
The sport journalists are also there in the contention, but of course Shekhar is with DNA. He's the assistant editor over there at sports, and Mr. Harpal Singh Bedi, veteran journalist. The amount of things that he's said and written about sports is, almost countless now. And we have with us Vinayak Dutt, our reporter, who keenly follows cricket and sports-related news, and he'll be joining us with his perspective. But let's put those stats out for you first. The batsmen and the bowlers, the big takeaways. So let's get the batsmen out on your screens. All right, so India's youth brigade, there were quite a few changes. Robin Uthappa was there. 3 matches, he scored 69 runs with a best of 50 and an average of 23. Ajinkya Rahane, he played all 3 matches. Runs were 67 and best was 64. I'm sorry, the matches should be really 2. Because one match was washed out. Average of 22.33, and Riddhiman Saha 21 runs, 16 and 10.51. But Bedi, I'll start with you. As far as India's batting was concerned in this tournament, it was, we were really testing out different players.
I don't know what we were testing and why.
Why were the tour happened in the first place?
Because Bangladesh supported India in ICC restructuring, and this is one of the freebies given to Bangladesh, that look, you support us and we'll send a team. And we send a team because we have never toured on our own to Bangladesh, whenever otherwise we were forced. So 3-match tour was out of the box, as they say. There was no fixture, no planning, so it was sent.
Right in the middle of monsoon.
Whatever, they said you take it or leave it. So Bangladesh took it. Then Mushifa Rahim, their captain, suddenly came out with the idea. He said it is very disappointing to see this team without Virat Kohli, Sehwag, or Gambhir or Dhoni. But then suddenly he realized that this team is much far better than if the bigger team had come. And he said, I wish our second great team would have played better. Having said that, this tour proved nothing, as is my view. Proved nothing, did no good to anybody, and exposed a lot of people. See, you played well. Now the question is, which Luthra will also say, you will also say, other experts say that first match, 272 Bangladesh scored on a wet track. Then rain came. Then under Qatar we won, 158 we scored. So that means on the first match, the 400 runs were scored. Next match, because of the rain, it was curled 105 and 58. And third match, again rain, 119. That means our team or Bangladeshi could play only in a set pattern. In difficult situations, they were exposed. Now, if that is the takeaway, that we could not play, we could play only on a customized pitch where our batting flourishes or bowling flourishes, but little bit of moisture, little bit of rain, and the whole edifice collapses.
All right, Shekhar, would you agree with that, that no big takeaways from this tour?
Definitely, and I don't know why we toured Bangladesh, because even if we wanted a sport of any nation or like a political vote, then probably it would have been better to have 3-match series somewhere in Ireland where the conditions are almost similar like England. So there I would still say that probably playing in Ireland would still help some of the youngsters getting used to the English conditions. But overall, from this tour, if you ask me, apart from some Bangladeshis, especially that youngster Ahmed, I think apart from him, nobody has actually taken Tashkeen Ahmed. So apart from him, I think nobody has actually got even a single point or a single good thing to carry.
Sorry. Playing in Ireland doesn't mean anything. See, the idea was to send a team to Bangladesh. It was not meant to be that you are promoting cricket and so let's go and play somewhere. No. It was idea is to send a team to Bangladesh and give a signal to Pakistan. Look here, what we can do to you. Here you opposed us, and we will not play you even in Sharjah or anywhere. And we are prepared to send a team during a monsoon period, whatever it is, and when the fixtures are so crowded, calendar is so crowded, but we will send a team. The idea was made, though there were no sponsors. I don't think Bangladesh earn any money or BCCI earn any money. There was a point to be made and told to other people, mind yourself, if you behave with us, you support us, we'll send the team. And going to Ireland would have defeated the whole purpose. Or going to any other island, he just gave the example of going to any other place. That would have defeated the purpose. Purpose was to send to Bangladesh and tell him, look, you voted for us, here it is.
All right, fair enough. Vinayak, so the politics of sports we've discussed, but talking about the actual sport, you've keenly followed this entire tournament, while the rest, like me, have been watching more of the Football World Cup. But yeah, so tell us your big takeaways from this tournament.
I just like to make 2-3 points. First is like Bangladesh has a track record of providing with worse wickets. It's not the first time like Bangladesh has produced a damp or a dead wicket. It has been a tradition there. What was the point of sending a team to that country when your team is scheduled to be there in England? See, English pitches are completely different. They are completely contradictory to what we get here in Bangladesh. Here the ball was not rising, it was not coming up to the bat, and there in England you will have lush green outfields and the ball will be dancing there. So the batsmen who could not play here, how can you expect them to be performing there? And at the end of the day, the English tour will count and only that will matter. Bangladesh tour nobody remembers, and even that
but Vinayak, tell me,
got the contract
Vinayak, how many players are going to Bangladesh?
Yeah,
from
the Bangladesh, how many going to England?
1 or 2, no, it's not going to impact. But you are saying ball coming up and not going down.
They're not even playing
that
there.
Is that most of the players are not going there. So they were sent like Parvez Rasool, Akshar Patel, or so many players. Hardly 1 or 2 players are there.
And again, they had a chance to give exposure to all these youngsters, especially Parvez Rasool. Look what they have done to him. Just playing 1 match initially, he did well. It was not a bad performance, and then dropping him. Even the selection pattern, even their kind of what they say exposure to others, even they are not trying to meet those requirements. So it is just what Bedi Sahab was saying. It is just to please Bangladesh. It is not for any cricketing purpose. It was not to give exposure to any youngsters. And look at the youngsters. Our youngsters for Robin Uthappa have been playing for almost over a decade. Then Suresh Rana is almost there for 10 years, and still he is the youngster. And why he is there in the team, nobody even knows. This is the kind of preparation that instead of sending India A or the youngsters, you are again sending the same. And then Stuart Binney again, he has taken 6 wickets for 4 runs. I am telling you, he would have actually felt as if he is dreaming. He has never done in the domestic or probably in the Gali Mohalla cricket. But that's the way they create players, and now with this performance, he can actually carry on playing till the time his father is there as a selector. So now you have given him a platform and a good reason and reasonings that look, he has a performance like.
And
so again,
absolutely
But one thing I must appreciate and praise Vinayak's patience to watch this series. No, when you said that he closely followed the series, I think he deserves the man of the match. And
Yes,
man
I
of
think
series.
we should do a round of applause for Vinayak.
Amazing. I think even the players would not have seen the series if he's so keen and he watched it so keenly. It is amazing. This series was a dull drab and nobody knows why it was happening. And what else, there were no takeaways, but credit to Vinayak.
Credit to you, Vinayak. Yes, you wanted to come in.
No, so I was doing it just as part of my job, if I can, if I'm allowed to say that. No, I just wanted to make a point. Like Stuart Binney is not new to the cricket. He was there. I'm following him since that ICL days. ICL has been disbanded, and it was there 8 years ago. That guy never got a chance to come in the team. He performed there. He performed in quite a few matches. He got in the IPL, and his performance in domestic was overlooked. Finally, when he got something, and you are saying like to get 6 wickets or 4 runs, I don't think like it's not an achievement.
No, it is
Well,
an
I guess
achievement. Nobody
it
doubts
is,
that.
it is an achievement,
No
but,
doubt.
but Vinayak,
Whenever he got the chance.
Vinayak, I have been following him since 2003. He made his debut that time. I remember he told Delhi also that time. And the tag he was carrying was of Roger Binney, not of, and he is only in the Karnataka team because of his father. He has never done any exceptionally well, except for last one or 1.5 seasons that
No,
he has
Shekhar,
played.
let's
No,
credit-
I'm
let's
not
give
saying.
credit to him that
But
he took the 6
and
wickets.
that too also when we are playing him in a all-rounder slot. His bowling is very average. He's a very below mediocre bowler, and his batting is again where he has been playing. Number 6, number 7. He hardly gets a chance. So I completely agree with you that he was not probably given a chance. But give me an example whether anybody like him with his kind of performances has ever been given a ticket to Indian team. No. It has only been in recent years that people like Shrikant's son, what was his name? Anirudh Shrikant. He was given a ticket to play India because rest all the 4 selectors in absence of Shrikant were actually picked him, and Shrikant was very candid. Look, I was not there, and the same thing happened to Roger Binney. He was not there. He walked out of the meeting, and rest 4 has obliged him because their sons probably also be coming, and the Binney will also
play
do that.
devil's advocate here. He took 6
No,
wickets.
that is
as you
fine.
cannot-
That is
and he has
completely
proved
He has the best bowling
no
figures
doubt
for an
about
Indian.
it, and
Oh,
it
yes.
will remain a record.
It will remain
It
a
was a
It remains a
record.
record.
No, whether you like it or not,
Oh,
it
yes.
is India versus Bangladesh, not India A.
But
it is
Bedi
India
ji,
versus
but
Bangladesh.
Bedi Saab, nobody has with his kind of record in domestic season has ever played Indian cricket. You have to admit this also. So why special treatment for one body and not?
No. Let's assume that he has been given a treatment. Forget about it. What should have been given or not. He has been given, and Vinayak is raising his finger. Let him talk because he is the man who covered the series.
So we have to take him
Yes,
seriously.
yes,
We
yes.
have to take it seriously.
So I just want to be like, I have been following Amarjeet KP, Amol Majumdar. They have been excellent, outstanding performers in domestic cricket. They never got a chance to play at international level.
Vinayak, I must tell you,
what-
I'm impressed by you, and believe me, it is not being sarcastic. To follow Amol Majumdar and Amarjeet KP so seriously, and now to Suju Bhani, it speaks volume of your love for cricket. And I think we stand exposed. That's fact.
Yeah, true.
See, the question is, your liking is there, but we are discussing Bangladesh, India's performance in Bangladesh. I started this. I do not know about Shekhar and know about you. I started this tour had no meaning. It does not prove anything. It did not help Indian cricket at all.
No, but and that's the whole point. What does this do to the confidence of a player that you've been selected to the Indian national side? You might have taken 6 for 4. I mean, Stuart Binney, whatever baggage he might be carrying in terms of family legacy, at the end of the day, might say that I am the best bowler in India right now because I have the best statistics.
My only question
And
is
the kind
probably
of team-
we'll talk the same after England tour. He has been picked for English, 5 test series. So, if you are going to play him, I would actually, come and say that probably, you were right or Vinayak was right and I was wrong during this discussion, even if they play him in 1 test. So you are probably, obliging, one player or one individual or one association, but otherwise with a Binney kind of tag, with a Binney kind of bowling, that, bits and pieces, bowling and batting, you are not going to play him anywhere. He is a specialized T20 or probably a little bit of one day player. So why not pick him for that? Why you have picked him for as a 16th member? You have picked him for England too. So that is the basically
that is
the.
a longer tour, and you can't tolerate the
So
heat
you-
of.
you
no,
don't-
no,
you don't
are-
have
it is
players?
better to
You
stay.
don't
no,
have
no,
other players
No,
in-
no, no, no.
in
Let us
India?
talk it in a very serious manner. That if you are going for a longer tour, why not go and have a look of England for 5 test matches? That means 1.5 months you
Good
spend there.
sightseeing.
Good,
Good
and why to
sightseeing.
stay around in Karnataka in this sweltering
Yeah,
heat?
yeah,
That is-
completely I
And when
agree
you have to agree, that is agree. No, no, that is apart. But this tour, basically, I tell you one thing, it's absurd. Now, this also shows the absurdity of BCCI or Bangladesh and forcing this thing, giving a dose of cricket when it is not needed. You see, unnecessary, you are trying to prove something unnecessary. What is the logic when people were not watching it? What is the logic of when we are ridiculing it? Now, we are not ridiculing it because, but it had no meaning. Now, if one match, one day you score 272, next inning you score 105, then one inning you score 158 for 3, that would be, second inning you are 105, and third inning 119 for 9, when the wash out. And what you have achieved? So if you are not, you have, even if there has been one takeaway, one would agree, except a Binny. Now, and if Binny has been now being discussed,
And little
tried
bit
or whatever.
Mohit Sharma, I would say, that the way he has bowled, probably he has gained in confidence because we saw his, debuting last season, and he was again. I actually thought, because I was covering him in the Ranji Trophy, I thought probably he doesn't suit to international level because the way he bowled, he reduced his speed, his confidence was not there. But suddenly, by playing him in the IPL and Dhoni giving him confidence, probably he has improved leaps and bounces, and the way he bowled on these wickets, probably a little bit of positive there. And then Binny, of course, is a positive, whether we ridicule him or not, but probably he has done well, so he should be given credit.
At the end of the day, stats speak, and he is the best
Yes, he is the
bowler
best.
right now.
And then I only feel sorry for Riddhiman Shah because I was expecting him to carry his IPL form there, because India desperately need a replacement kind of standby for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He has been playing too much of cricket, and he is probably taking advantage of that. We definitely need somebody in one or the other format of the game where Riddhiman Shah could have replaced him, but probably he has missed those chances.
All right, so Riddhiman Saha, perhaps, but the other one is Cheteshwar Pujara, because Chetan Sharma was here the other day, and he just kept questioning the fact that why was Pujara chosen for a one-day side when he's clearly a test player,
when he was not
and he's
chosen,
not part of your team plans for your World Cup or anything like that.
Well, how could you say? Because 2015, by that time, if you lose a series in England, suppose, last time we lost 4-0. If this happens this time 5-0 or 4-0, what will happen? Half of the team will be.
No, you're mistaken.
No, I mean,
The
still.
same team will remain.
The Chiteshwar Pujara is very much in the scheme of things.
No,
but
the
only problem
for
is.
which slot?
whether-
I mean, for Virat Kohli's slot, which is never going to be empty. I mean,
Well,
Virat Kohli,
it
unless
is-
and until an act of God, Virat Kohli.
Well,
without problem,
debate
he's going
is
to play the
whether
World Cup.
Chiteshwar Pujara should be your number 3 batsman or Virat Kohli.
No, but
should be there.
again, Cheteshwar Pujara in test or 50-50, not a
Yeah, that's
question
the
now.
point. Na? The Cheteshwar Pujara doesn't figure in your one-day international
One day, we are
plan. So
talking
why are you
about-
sending him on a one-day tournament?
But when he was not figuring in one-day tour, we were all questioning why Chiteshwar Pujara is not been picked. So the problem is whether to pick him or not. I would still go with the selectors on this. To pick him, give him some chances before the World Cup or probably next couple of months. If he's not doing well, if he's not mentally prepared to play in a one-day game, then probably you can rest him for the rest of his life and pick him only for a
problem,
test series.
Ishan and Shekhar, is this thing of mentally prepared is a very dicey thing. Like on his day, he can click. On his day, he was not mentally prepared. Who decides this?
Yeah.
The people like us who are sitting in the drawing room, or the captain, or the manager, who decides what was your mental condition that time?
Not
There's
in it's not
sometimes
in the
it
control
is
of a
most
player.
stress. I think it is a very dicey and very dangerous term to use, and it is being used very handily by those people who do not want somebody else to come. So I think Vinay can give his view on.
All right, Vinayak, we'll just come to you, but we'll also put a few graphics out on screen as far as the bowling is concerned. Shekhar already spoke about Mohit Sharma, and we'll talk about the other Indian bowlers as well. Of course, the young ones are there. Stuart Binny, we've spoken about right now, and Stuart Binny, of course, 6 wickets for 4 runs. That's the best bowling statistics by an Indian now in one-day internationals. Parvez Rasool played 1 match and got 2 wickets on debut for 55 runs, and Mohit Sharma played 3 matches and got 4 wickets for 22. and the best was 4 for 22. Shekhar, as far as the bowling is concerned, anything, any takeaway, or you think, I mean, this is not even your
I
first
think it
choice
was a
bowling?
good thing to give chance to players like Parvez Rasool or even Akshar Patel. But Akshar Patel, with him again, what Bediji again will say mentally, that he was probably carrying the same, IPL thing, that I have to bowl the flatter ones, I have to bowl in a same trajectory, which probably doesn't
But
help.
Parvez Rasool was really tossing it.
Parvez Rasil was tossing, and he has the habit of tossing because of the simple fact that Bishan Singh Bedi, the great Indian spinner, has coached them for 1.5 years. So probably, whosoever, whether it was initially Maninder Singh or anybody who has worked under a legend like Bishan Singh Bedi, will always be tossing. You'll see them tossing because that's the mandatory. Otherwise, Bedi Saab is not going to, not this Bedi Saab, but Bedi. So, but Bedi Saab is not going to tolerate this. So that's a healthy sign, and that's why people like him should always be given a kind of platform where they could teach all these youngsters. Akshar Patel, we saw him doing so well in IPL, and suddenly he was exposed to these conditions. He didn't do that bad, I would say, but still he was again in the same format, same where he was pitching those places he has picked during the IPL, those 50-60 days. So he was not able to change that frame of mind. So this was a good thing, but again Varun Aaron in one match he disappointed. Umesh Yadav, again when the other bowlers are trying to swing, they are getting movement, your bowlers are not doing that. Mohit has done that, but why not Umesh Yadav? He's your pick of the bowler, he's probably going to lead your side in England, and if he's not getting the movement of the year, then probably it's a serious problem, because you are going to replace none other but Zahir Khan, and Zahir Khan was pick of your bowling strength till the time he was there because of his swing abilities, not because of his pace or his bounce or anything else.
As a swing, yeah, Vinayak, you wanted to come in, but I also wanted to put a question to you also. But does this really give us an idea of the first 11 for the English summer?
Yeah, I guess. Please give me 30 seconds to explain myself. At least, I guess, Umesh Yadav, Mohit Sharma, they make a core of your swing bowling, at least for the England tour, because one is a bit of express bowler, and the other one can swing the ball around both the ways. And I just wanted to make a point, like Chiteshwar Pujara can be a replacement for VVS Lakshman. See, Lakshman was never a T20 or a super fast batsman. He was a consistent test player. So if you have to have somebody who's gonna step into his shoes, you need to give him some opportunity to prove himself.
But not in a one-day series. We're talking about a one-day series. The fact that he is undeniably part of the Indian Test squad.
If you are playing only one days in Bangladesh tour, you're gonna play him in a one day only. No? You cannot have test matches. See, you play only 7 to 8 test matches in a year, and you need at least 2 test matches for a player to prove himself. Then when will you pick him? You are not considering the domestic performances, the Iran Trophy performances, or even the Ranji performances for your players. You are making IPL one of the major benchmarks, and now you are saying like Pujara should not be picked.
It's only we are saying that probably
There
is a lot of confusion within the selectors
the
also.
planning. See, ultimately, everybody looking at the
Whether
2015 World Cup in Australia.
I just wanted to say, like, Pankaj Singh was there with the team with the top 15. He was picked quite a few times. He never played a match. Parvez Rasool played his first match in his second or his third series. See, you have a captain who has successfully taken over from a successful captain. Now, he is a gatekeeper. He has promoted the players. He had made them play at least 20 of matches to prove themselves. We have a player with a prefix of Sir. He went for 6 sixes in 2 overs in West Indies. But he was there in the team. Nobody questioned his presence. But if somebody else is trying to make it like Jara or somebody like
taken it to your heart. No. The whole idea was not that why we were discussing It just a question of this, why he is there. It's not a question of his batting abilities being discussed. We thought he's fit for one
Test
test
matches,
match.
of course.
Second, one thing, the stats are always doesn't tell you the whole story. The stats you showed on bowling, I think best bowling was by Pervez Rasool on a perfect pitch.
Oh, yes.
Pitch on a
He
perfect
did
pitch. Other the other matches, the pitch was not true to its form. It was uneven. It was bouncy. It was match whatever.
Underprepared.
Underprepared.
Second match wicket was absolutely
it was
wrong
rained
wicket.
and drenched.
Oh, yes.
So when you are talking of the stats were that Bangladesh scored 275, they showed the batting percentage, and the stats said that he took 2 wickets, bowling 10 overs, conceding 55 runs. That was a normal match. If you are giving abnormal matches, these other two innings, 1.5 match was an abnormal match.
Yeah.
It made no sense. 107, 58, 199 for 9. That made absolutely no sense. Neither the bowlers, Binny, great bowling, Mohit Sharma great bowling, Taskin Ahmed great bowling, but those were the extraordinary situations, and that doesn't happen every time.
Yeah.
And that match has to be go through. We went through the motion. That remember this. It was not that, let's finish the series wherever the way we are playing. So if you are talking of statistics, if you are talking the what players did, you take the first match as a benchmark, not the other two.
All right, the final question, gentlemen. As far as the England series are concerned, I mean, what can we look forward to from this particular tour? Anything that you would say as something of a good omen from this tour for the England series?
Look, batting is going to be more or less same.
Yeah.
You know, in the one days, obviously Uthappa will be there, or you know, in the Test cricket, obviously you know, Shikhar Dhawan will be under
Sorry, it's my
pressure
fault.
because Gautam Gambhir is there, you know, as a third opener. If anybody slips, whether it's Shikhar or Murli Vijay, then probably you have Gautam Gambhir, an experienced campaigner. So batting is probably not a worry. Only worry is whether we perform or not. Last time we completely flopped. So that's another thing. But batting more or less is set. Only problem is in absence of Zahir Khan, in absence of a good form by Ishant Sharma, who is going to lead. Umesh Yadav with this kind of bowling on English soil with you know, Duke's ball. Probably, you know, I'm not very
No, but
positive
I would
about
like to
it.
know from Vinayak, because he cricket enthusiast, and from Mr.
Yeah.
Luthra. When did Zahir Khan abroad? I'm not talking of when did Zahir Khan was our linchpin, and he did he led the Indian attack. Oh, I'm not talking India.
No,
Where no. When you are saying in the absence, that you mean that if he had been there in his last time, he first over and he was out.
No.
The first
You
match.
have to understand
No,
one thing.
understanding
whether
is why to
it's-
complicate things,
it's-
make
no,
it
no.
easy. No. Let's see. In absence of Rooney, he would have done. In absence of this.
That's
no,
what-
tell me one thing. Zahir Khan, with his all stats, when was it? If 10 years back, fine. Now 10, forget about 10. In recent times, 2-3 years, when was he the linchpin of Indian bowling abroad?
You know, the problem
Abroad.
is last time, yes, that's what. Last time when we were touring England, if you remember, when he got injured in the very first match, that time he was in a very good form. And again, you know, we suffered, we lost that 4-0 because of Zahir's absence.
No.
You have to understand that our bowling, whether he lasted full series or not, that's a problem with the selectors. Why you are picking?
My friend.
No. But in the
Sir,
domestic,
you
in
give
the
me,
in
give
the
me this
in the
right
home
to
series.
disagree with you. I hope you do not
Oh
mind.
yes, no.
India, if they had lost to England, fine. What happened to Australia? 4-0.
Same thing.
So, what happened to Zahir Khan that time?
No, but
Now you
Zahir
say-
was always your pick of the look.
No, I'm not
whether we are
doubting it.
playing at home or
My friend,
outside,
but why don't you
Zahir
understand?
was always the pick
Agreed,
of your bowler.
Agreed, no doubt.
Ah.
But you see, 4 years back, now he's getting aged, my friend. Now you cannot keep on saying that he 10 years back. That is a problem.
No, but
You are
that's
carrying
what-
with going on with
No,
reputation.
we are not carrying. I'm only
No, you are
saying
getting with reputation.
If we are going without Zahir, who is
No,
going
without
to
Zahir,
lead?
it means what?
Who is going to lead? Ishant? Definitely not. Ishant is not the same kind of bowler which toured Australia 2007-8. So, you know, Umesh Yadav with this kind of bowling, what he
No,
bowled,
what this kind? Yeah,
with-
why you are, what
with
kind of
this
bowling
kind-
Zahir was doing? Yeah.
No.
Okay, my
Zahir
friend,
was-
Vinayak, you tell me. What kind of bowling he's saying now? He's pitching for Zahir Khan. I have nothing against Zahir Khan.
And
But what
final
kind of
comments
it?
from Vinayak, and then we'll close the show.
So just 20 seconds. Sir, I agree with Luthra, sir, that for the batting, there India needs not to be worried. No, you remain ensured with Pujara and Kohli in your side, with Gambhir opening, and you need not to worry. Only bowling is a concern. See, Zahir Khan has not delivered in past 2-3 years.
Thank you.
He had a time, he had an era, but he was not there in the team for past 2 3 years. Now you could not find a replacement for a genuine fast bowler for 3 years. You are playing lot of cricket. You are having IPL. You are coming in. You are going out to. You are roaming the entire globe for thrice or for 4 times in a year. But you could not produce a genuine fast bowler. See, there is a concern that needs to be addressed, and I guess that is not being addressed for past at least for a decade. We only produced Zahir Khan. He was a natural fast bowler. We never if we had a good bowling coach, we could have produced more Zahir Khan, or we could
You know,
have
take
find
out,
pick up his replacement.
Vinayak, take out the bowling performances under Dhoni. Dhoni has become great, or we say so much of successful. I completely agree with what Bedi Saab said, that Zahir has not delivered outside, that is fine. But till the time Zahir Khan is there in last 6 7 years, ever since Dhoni has taken over, Zahir and then Ishant and Zahir, then RP Singh initially and other bowlers, Zahir has always taken more wickets than anybody else.
true.
There were no spinners of class, class spinners there. So Zahir has done well as a way that he has led the pack of bowlers.
Nobody is
And-
doubting it.
Yes,
the very
yes.
fact we are
The
discussing,
problem
no,
is-
the very
yes.
fact, Shekhar, we are discussing is Heel Man. That
Because
means
he was-
he is a good bowler,
Oh, yes.
big bowler, best bowler. We are discussing was, but we are using was.
That's
If
why
you are
we are
talking,
saying
let's talk
who is
about
going
is.
to replace
Well,
him. I have serious doubts whether Varun Aaron or Umesh
Yadav.
Yadav. Mohit Sharma has given me a lot of confidence, from IPL and this series. But again, he's probably too young to pass a
And to an
verdict.
extent.
So, but these two bowlers we are relying on.
Remember
fine-
one thing,
final
the-
comment, please,
the
though.
future of the bowlers or the batsmen totally depend on the team captain. Remember one thing, there is a lot of politics going on, whom you want to promote, whom you do not want to promote. Very sad thing is the fact, I'm giving you example of Bangladesh. Here Suresh Raina didn't want Satan Pravesh Rohit to play more than one match. That is enough. You have been, last time you went to Zimbabwe, I didn't give you a chance, Virat Kohli didn't come, you get a chance one, forget about it. Same with Dhoni. It is, we talk about India, they do not talk about India. They have other factors in whether Gautam Gambhir gets a chance. If he scores, what happens? If Dhoni doesn't score, Gautam Gambhir, say by sheer stroke of luck, he scores. What happens? And something happens. So who is the alternate to the captaincy? Virat Kohli doesn't click. Not every time you click. So you have brought in Gautam Gambhir. You have created uncertainty. It is not like South Africa where Amla has been made captain. Other chap said, I'm feeling bad, but still I give the. He openly says that I'm feeling bad, but I give him full support. Here in India, there is a lot of groupism. And Shekhar will agree with me. Here, at least you should start agree that as long as Dhoni is there, it is up to him whom he wants to promote. Forget about if Pankaj Singh can come from nowhere or RPC can be brought from USA to play. I see no reason. But to talk that these people, whether they will be able to deliver, depends a lot on the captain.
All right, so on the captain, we will leave it. Suresh Raina, as a captain, I mean, that wasn't much to do this time around other than team selection, and that was interesting. So we started from the politics of sport, and we've ended up back at the
It
politics,
was a politics of sport.
and
Unfortunately,
ultimately,
there was
the
hardly
series
anything.
could go down
Sorry,
as the
Vinayak, who watched this series very intently and very closely, but it was a political decision which produced nothing.
All right, on that note, rather pessimistic note, though.
Not a pessimistic, it's a fact.
All right, but India finally won the series in
Won.
just terms of stats. India has a new bowler with the best stats in one-day internationals, Stuart Binney with 6 for 4, and India won the series 2-0.
And India has a passionate observer,
And-
cricket observer.
And India is a passionate observer in cricket with Vinayak. Thanks very much, Vinayak, for coming, and I thank you so much, Bedi Saab. It was a pleasure as always. Well, that's it on our cricket presentation. We'll be back soon. We're discussing more cricket as soon as the action starts. Thanks so much for watching.